How Eamon Met Kaidan, Chapter 10. Abandoned Fort in the Rift. Fredas, 24th of Evening Star, in the 201st year of the Fourth Era. Eamon. Eamon Greywatch despised violence. In his experience, it was almost never necessary, and it almost always made things worse. Almost. He looked at the three bodies on the floor beside him and felt a righteous satisfaction that would have shamed him in any other circumstance. Try as he might, however, he felt no remorse. Not for these three, and not for any of the others he'd killed upstairs. The Thalmor were evil. They did not belong in Skyrim, and death was a punishment they'd earned. All of them. He could not lift his left arm at the moment, and that was the chief amongst his current concerns. He'd seen the blow coming and twisted to dodge it, so instead of hitting his neck, the elf's sword had sliced deeply into Eamon's shoulder. Something vital had been severed, and his arm now hung uselessly at his side. Eamon spat on the ground near the soldier who'd struck him, and his saliva crystallized and popped when it touched the remains of Eamon's magic on the frozen stone floor. 9. He'd killed 9 of them so far. That meant there were at least 3 more somewhere in this labyrinthine ward of stone stairwells, narrow corridors, and dark rooms, all in various states of neglect and disrepair. He grasped his ruined shoulder and pushed healing magic into the wound, but his energy was flagging, and the flow was very thin. Eamon stumbled into the room the dead guards had come from, and found himself surrounded by startled prisoners, all staring warily at him through the iron bars of cage-like standing cells. There were 5 prisoners in here that he could see, all men, and the one closest to him broke the silence. "There'll be more of them on the lower level, and you don't look so good." Eamon turned and approached the speaker. He was a Nord with soot-black hair, and he looked like a farmer with skin tanned by the sun and muscles built through hours of labor behind a plow. "My name is Eamon," he said to the prisoner. "Thorn," the Nord replied. He looked Eamon up and down, saying, "I cannot think what an Altmer is doing killing Altmer guards in a Thalmor prison, but you'll hear no objection from me." "I'm looking for a Breton woman. Have you seen one brought in here?" "I'm sorry, but no. I haven't seen any women in this place. No female guards, no female prisoners, not even a female servant." "She has to be here. She has to be." "You're certain? There are no women here?" Thorn shook his head. "I only know that I haven't seen a woman or heard the voice of a woman since I woke up in this cell. For your woman's sake, however, I hope she isn't here. There's another floor below, and I've never seen a man they took down there come back up again." "She isn't my woman," Eamon said. "But she's been taken, and I need to find her." "They had a woman in the other prison," said a voice from another cell. "Small lass, dark red hair. I suppose she could have been a Breton." Eamon snapped to attention at this bit of news. "What other prison? Where?" The man shuffled up to the door of his cell. "I only saw her for a moment when they brought her in. It was a prison in Eastmarch, near a river. Another abandoned place like this one, falling apart and out of the way." "When was this?" Eamon asked. "This would have been a few days back. 2, 3 maybe. It's hard to tell how much time is passing down here. The day after she was brought to that prison, they packed me up with some other men and brought us here. Nobody bothered to tell us why." "Was she still alive when you left?" The man looked down at his feet. "I believe she was still alive, yes. But from the things I heard, and the crazy shit we saw after she was brought in, well, I can tell you that she wasn't treated well." Dread filled Eamon's belly, and he began peppering the man with questions, but the prisoner ignored all of this and asked simply, "What did you say your name was, elf?" "Greywatch," Eamon replied, impatience almost overwhelming him. "My name is Eamon Greywatch. What about her? Did you hear her name? Did you see—" The prisoner interrupted again. "Eamon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one." The one what? Eamon fought the urge to walk over and strangle the man until he started making sense. Your name, he said. She called it out sometimes. I could hear her, even through the walls. We couldn't see her, but we all heard it. She called out the same word over and over, and none of us recognized it. But it makes sense now. It wasn't a word. It was your name. Eamon lost his balance on hearing this and grabbed the bars on Thorn's cell door to steady himself. Thorn reached through the bars and put a strong, calming hand on his good shoulder. Steady now. You gotta keep your head, man. The other prisoner continued. I'm sorry, Eamon Greywatch, but you're in the wrong place. The woman you're looking for is in Eastmarch.